Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Esteemed FaceTime with Leaders, an initiative by World Development Corporation. My name is Taneol, and I'm an anchor with World Development Corporation. FaceTime with Leaders is a platform for industry veterans to come together to share their knowledge, ideas, thoughts, and best practices with one another, as well as with upcoming future leaders. In a nutshell, we attempt to encapsulate the multi-decadal learnings of all our industry stalwarts. We hope that by conducting these FaceTime with Leader interviews, we can bring together a global community of eminent personalities. By bringing together such visionaries on one platform, we hope to play a part in inspiring the lives of other great leaders. Great learnings from great leaders undoubtedly assist everyone as they help us identifying, nurturing, and working on trade secrets that have already proven a success formula for so many. And this is what we aim for with these sessions by making them a gathering of industry stalwarts and a knowledge sharing community. We have one such industry stalwart on FaceTime with Leaders with us today, Mr. Abhishek Varma. We welcome you on the show, sir.
Thank you, Tanay.
He is a distinguished business leader with an impressive journey spanning over 2 decades, marked by achievements in strategic planning, project management, business development, operations, and compliance. His extensive expertise spans a diverse range of domains from finance and production to human resources and vendor relations. His unwavering commitment to delivering profitable growth and building successful businesses has been a consistent theme throughout his career. In his current role as a freelance consultant, he showcases his strategic prowess by driving the successful implementation of significant projects. He has spearheaded the successful implementation of many projects, such as the establishment of a sewage treatment plant with a capacity of 500 kiloliters per day for a golf course and resort, underscoring his commitment to environmental sustainability. Additionally, he played a pivotal role in setting up a 20 metric tons per month organic manure facility, further demonstrating his dedication to innovative solutions. His meticulous approach extends to managing stock audits, ensuring compliance, and facilitating seamless financial audits. So, Mr. Varma, to begin with, could you tell our viewers a little about the corporate world who are, future leaders of the corporate world would like to know about your career journey so far?
Yeah, Tanay, I started my career in 1998, and this was a pharmaceutical manufacturing company based in Gurugram. Earlier, it's Gurgaon, and it's like a 50 kiloliter API, active pharma ingredient manufacturing facility. And I joined in 1998 as a director in this company. So, I mean, my journey was not very smooth initially because as I joined in 1998, this company had, it was a BSE listed company, and
Hmm.
I was on the board of this company as a whole-time director. And this company had become financially sick in 1998 when we had joined. It has eaten up all its working capital, term loan, all were used in the, for the building up of the facility and everything. So in 98, me with my team of production professionals, quality control team, and everybody, and there were like two more directors, full-time directors, and one executive director. So we got in touch with Ranbaxy Fine Chemicals Limited, and we started doing their job work. So why job work suited us? Because we didn't had any working capital because the company had become sick, basically.
Hmm.
So there was no bank limit, there was no working capital. So this job work came as a as a blessing for us. Manufacturing started, and this Ranbaxy Fine Chemical was subsidiary of Ranbaxy, Min Ranbaxy Lab Limited. Now like Ranbaxy is taken over by Sun Pharma, we all know. But at that time, it was the number one company in the country as far as manufacturing of API is concerned. So then slowly and slowly, we were doing work for Ranbaxy Fine Chemical, and we were doing fine chemicals, and then Ranbaxy Fine Chemical also gave us work for the main Ranbaxy. So from fine chemicals we moved to API, active pharma
Hmm.
ingredient, you know, and then uh, by 2005 we were 80% we were doing work for Ranbaxy and 20% for Ranbaxy Fine Chemical, and then throughout this we didn't had any working capital. I mean, Ranbaxy supported us, a very good company. Unfortunately, by 99, the company was registered into BIFR, Board of Industrial. At that time it was BIFR, and fortunately by 2002 we came out of BIFR. The restructuring was done, and so this was a very good achievement for the company. And at the same time, we increased the production capacity from 45 kiloliters. The API plant has capacity in liters, kiloliters. They have reactors, big reactors. So from there we moved to almost 100 kiloliters. So that was also achieved during this time. And throughout this period, I mean, I was there with Laurel Organics Limited till 2016. So till that time, we had a very good working relationship with Ranbaxy. We worked with Gujarat Fluorochemicals also, and overall, it was a good experience. And after 2016, when I started my own consultancy, so then during that time, this sewage treatment plant and this 20 metric ton per month organic manure plant was set up.
So, what are the biggest motivating factors in your professional life?
Then, I mean, see, for me, starting journey was not like a very smooth one.
Hmm.
So we started learning things from a very hard way. And we realized that, particularly, I realized that working with people, you know, down from the guys on the shop floor to the top is very important. So my leadership style had been, I've spent every day 2 hours on the shop floor. So I was very
Hmm.
accessible. And slowly and slowly, with everybody's support, with the employees, with the business partners and everybody, we had little bit of growth. We can sustain and we can grow. And then ultimately, with the help of our business partner, I will say Ranbaxy Fine Chemical, I had a great regard for that company, for their promoters. We achieved a stability in operations, so which was a big thing. I mean, from
Hmm.
1998, it's a totally no capital, nothing. We were very stable. Second thing, other motivating factor had been like the positive attitude of our CMD, our business partner, our workers, mid-level employees, production employee, quality control employee. Everybody were very positive. That's why we could turn around and we can sustain.
So, what do you consider to be the biggest professional contribution of yours?
My professional contribution, Tanay, I'll say turning around a sick company,
Hmm.
and then we whatever the BIFR, there was a order of the BIFR. It works like a code, like NCLT code. BIFR also works as a code. There was a restructuring plan. We implemented it, and we came out of it. So the company was no more a sick company. And as an listed company, it's not only the employees and the directors, promoters. There are stakeholders also, shareholders
Yeah.
also. So we were responsible for them. So it gave a big joy. I mean, I think
Yeah.
it was the biggest motivating factor or achievement. Second, I think in 7 years time, 5 to 7 years time, I'll say 8 years time, we moved from 45 kiloliters capacity to more than double, almost 100 kl. And that was slowly we achieved, like every 6 months we were adding few equipment. Then every few months we kept on adding. So that was, I think, another uh, capacity enhancement. And because we enhanced the capacity, company like Ranbaxy, the main Ranbaxy, they got interested and they started giving us business. Third, I think my contribution would be to Laurel Organics Limited. It was during my tenure of almost 16 years, 98 to 2016. So that would be, but so so my achievement would, there was not a single complaint from from the labor, from the unions, no litigation from the unions, from the labor. This was also good. I'll say a good industrial relation. And most important I felt, we were a small company, and working with the market leader of pharmaceutical in the country, Ranbaxy, coming to their quality expectation, and successfully implementing, their 35 products, and in pharmaceutical, when the production happens, it's first in the lab, kilo lab, and then it's taken to, slowly it is, enhanced. So it
Hmm.
was a big achievement because we could meet the quality, we could meet the production target. And also I will say that, I could, uh, after my exit from this Laurel Organics in 2016, you know I set up another 20 metric ton of organic manure plant in Gurgaon, in Sona, Gurgaon. That was also, I think, I will say, my it was a very motivating thing for me.
Yeah. So, how and when did you develop an interest in corporate governance?
Then for almost 16, 17 years, I've been on the board of a listed company, So Laurel
Hmm.
Organics Limited is a listed company. So what I realized, a lot of these entrepreneurs, directors in other companies, I mean, in my company, I never allowed anybody to get into any unethical practices. But they exploit everything for their personal gain, you know, right from labor, to environmental laws, pollution control norms, working hours, everything they exploit. So, and especially directors in the company, they must realize that they're responsible in a way, to the
Hmm.
stakeholders, to the, everybody, they're responsible. So that got me interested in corporate governance, basically. And ultimately, the company, the directors, they have a fiduciary responsibility also. So that's important. So that led me to, thinking about corporate governance. Ultimately, what happens that it affects the smallest shareholders, or the person, or the weakest vendor, I mean the smallest vendor, or the, you know casual worker, or the guard on the security guard on the gate. So if the corporate governance is not there, it will affect everybody.
Hmm.
That's why that got me interested.
So, as a corporate governance expert, what values do you bring to the table?
Then I will say that most important is advising the board and the governing body,
Hmm.
implementation of governance programs, risk management frameworks. These are important. Then developing, implementing, communicating, and maintaining governance, risk, and compliance policy, which are very important. You know, processes and procedures. So these will be very important. Values, core values, as
Hmm.
a corporate governance, expert,
Yeah.
so to say.
So, what are some of the most remarkable changes you have seen in your field with changes in technology? And what changes do you expect to see with the advent of IoT, AI, ML, blockchain, big data, Web 3.0?
See, Tanay, very frankly, I mean, I have a little bit of exposure with AI, so I can only speak about AI. So,
Hmm.
for a benefit of pharmaceutical manufacturer, I was into production. I'm an operations guy, so it will definitely help in optimizing process, design and control, smart monitoring, maintenance, and continuous improvement. Preventive maintenance, predictive maintenance, which is required in a manufacturing plant. All this
Hmm.
it will help. Other, I mean, things I don't have much exposure, so I can't comment. I mean, as far as big data, blockchain data, Web 3.0, sorry.
That's okay.
Mm.
So, as you know, we're building a community here of industry magnates. The move is meant for cross pollination of knowledge and building a knowledge sharing community of corporate giants and industry experts. What are your thoughts about this initiative taken by Mr. Zishan Pathan, Mr. Heval Mehta, and the whole World Development Corporation team?
See, Tanay, my uh, take on this would be, like-minded people have to meet,
Hmm.
and there has to be continuous improvement. on certain laws which were made 20 years back or 50 years back. Slowly and slowly, corporate relations are changing. I mean, sometimes skilled laborers are more rather than unskilled labor, in the industry.
Mm.
So protecting and safeguarding interest of everybody. You know, so this kind of cross pollination, as you say, knowledge building of more corporate law, company law is required, so that the interest of unskilled, skilled workers, society, community is also taken care on the lowest level, on the ground level.
Yeah.
It should reach on the ground level. We can't have corporates exploiting everything. I mean, we talk about uh, clean Ganga project, clean Yamuna project, but probably 50% of the industry are just pumping their pollutants in the river, and nobody is able to catch them.
Yeah.
Nobody is able to be accountable. So so it has to include all these aspects. Corporate law should also individually make board of directors responsible for any pollution happening. Their ethical, their moral, standard should be enhanced for taking care of everybody involved with the organization. So this, I think, is definitely will have a very long and far-reaching effect as far as corporate law and governance is concerned. This is my take on this.
Great, sir. It was fantastic conversing with you, and I'm confident that your insights will greatly inspire future leaders. Thank you so much for joining us today and wish you the best for your future endeavors. Moreover, trust that this initiative by Directors Institute unquestionably has expanded the participants' understanding and enriched their minds. Thank you so much, sir.